Walter Goodale Morrill, November 13, 1840, March 3, 1935, was a Union Army officer in the American Civil War and a recipient of the U.S. military's highest decoration, the Medal of Honor, for his actions at the Second Battle of Rappahannock Station in November 1863. Also, Morrill's earlier actions in July 1863 at Gettysburg are considered essential for the famous Union victory on Little Round Top. Morrill was raised in Williamsburg, Maine. In 1861, at the age of 20, he enlisted as a sergeant in Company A, 6th Maine Volunteer Infantry Regiment. A year later he was commissioned as an officer in Company B, 20th Maine Volunteer Infantry Regiment. He was promoted several times, ultimately to lieutenant colonel. He mustered out on June 4, 1865. His Medal of Honor citation states, "At Rappahannock Station, Virginia, November 7, 1863, this officer, then captain in the 20th Maine Volunteers, and on duty with skirmishers in advance of the 5th Corps, learning that an assault was to be made on the enemy's fortifications by troops of the 6th Corps, those present called for volunteers from his own command to unite with the storming party. With those volunteers, some 50 in number, he joined the 6th Maine Regiment and charged it. The enemy's works were carried with bayonet, 4 guns, 8 battle flags, and 1,300 men were captured, and Captain Morrill was specially mentioned in the official reports of the Corps and Division commanders. Of his action at Little Round Top, Captain Howard L. Prince, former 20th Maine Quartermaster Sergeant, considered Captain Morrill the coolest man in the regiment, a man who had no superior on the skirmish line. Morrill led his unit at the decisive point of the bayonet charge without orders. His contingent created the impression of 2 regiments rushing through the woods, though it consisted only of 44 Company B soldiers and 14 U.S. sharpshooters. It was Morrill's group of Union soldiers that Confederate Lieutenant Col. Later Brig. Gen. William C. Oates believed caused panic in his Confederate soldiers. Without Morrill's sudden assault from the Confederates' right, Joshua Chamberlain's famous bayonet attack, often credited for saving Little Round Top and Gettysburg from defeat, probably would have been spoiled and pushed back by Oates' men. During their retreat, the Confederates were subjected to a volley of rifle fire from Company B of the 20th Maine, commanded by Morrill, and a few of the 2nd U.S. sharpshooters, who had been placed by Chamberlain behind a stone wall 150 yards to the east, hoping to guard against an envelopment. This group, who had been hidden from sight, caused considerable confusion in the Confederate ranks. O.F. Little Round Top, Brig. General Oates said. His call, Chamberlain's skill and persistency and the great bravery of his men saved Little Round Top and the Army of the Potomac from defeat. If one more Confederate regiment had stormed the far left of the Army of the Potomac with the 15th Alabama, we would have completely turned the flank and have won Little Round Top, which would have forced Meade's whole left wing to retire. Oates concluded that great events sometimes turn on comparatively small affairs. From Colonel Chamberlain's after-action report: Captain Morrill with his skirmishers, sent out from my left flank, with some dozen or 15 of the U.S. sharpshooters who had put themselves under his Morrill's direction, fell upon the enemy as they were breaking, and by his demonstrations, as well as his well-directed fire, added much to the effect of the bayonet charge that cleared the front of nearly our entire brigade. Morrill led troops in many other battles, including at Appomattox, and became a prominent businessman in Pittsfield, Maine after the war. References. External links: works by or about Walter Goodale Morrill at Internet Archive.